Yo guys, Tactical Gaming here. With the final day of preseason testing in the bag, this is my take on how each team will do with the 2026 regulations in Formula 1. Before I begin, please note that I do not have the data of all the teams who ran in day 1, so some teams will be mentioned, but not all of them, for day 1. Mercedes drove on days 1, 2, and 4, showing very strong performance. Drivers Kimi and George topped the leaderboard of most days, usually by a big margin. Their engine seems to be top tier, with them also completing the 200km shakedown, showing top performance. McLaren drove on days 3, 4, and 5, arriving on time but choosing to wait for the final days to run. Drivers Lando and Oscar were both able to hit the ground running, with Lando getting the third fastest lap on day 3 and the second fastest lap on day 5, as well as Oscar getting the fourth fastest lap on day 4 and 5. They are sticking with the Mercedes engines, which could prove to be a strong choice for the team. Red Bull shocked the world before 2025 even ended, with them announcing the release of many high-profile members of the team such as Adrian Newey, Christian Horner, and Helmut Marko. Alongside all this, they have decided to part ways with their engine supplier Honda to work with Ford to make engines for them and Racing Bulls. They decided to drive on days 1, 2, and 5 with drivers Max and Isaac, with Max being in the top 5 of all of his drives and Isaac a bit further back, but reports of a Red Bull crashing on day 2 with driver Isaac at the wheel. After a very disappointing 2025 season, Ferrari had a lot to work on. With the team choosing to drive on days 2, 4, and 5, they showed strong performance with drivers Charles getting 2nd on day 2, 4th on day 4, and 3rd on day 5, and Lewis getting a 4th, 6th, and even a 1st. This could seem to be an improvement as they are still making their own engines. As Ferrari fans say, 2026 could very much be their year. Aston, as I will call them, had a shaky start, deciding to drive on days 4 and 5, but facing an issue only 4 laps in on day 4, causing them to not run until day 5. With Aston now having Honda engines and Adrian Newey on the team, they are expected to do well, but if issues like this continue, Aston may not get the performance we all want to see. Haas showed up on days 1, 2, and 4 and showed positive results with drivers Esteban and Oliver. They could see an improvement to their already good 2025 season. After finally fixing their identity crisis, VCarb have showed their place. With drivers Liam and rookie Arvid, they seem to have improved. Running on days 3 and 4, they showed consistency with 2 7th places and 1 5th place through testing. 2025 was a terrible season for the French-based team, with them consistently getting low places. With drivers Pierre and Franco, they hope for improvement in 2026. Now using Mercedes engines rather than their frankly weaker Renault engines, Mercedes engines could be the right step for the team. Through testing, they drove on days 3 and 5, with Pierre getting 5th and 6th and Franco getting a 4th. One of the quote-unquote new teams on the grid, Audi has showed up on days 3 and 5. With drivers Gabriel and Nico, they showed 8th, 9th, and 10th on its respective day and driver. With the team deciding to make engines for itself this year, they will have a lot to learn throughout this season. The 11th team on the grid this year, Cadillac has showed up with a strong driver lineup of Sergio and Valtteri. Driving on days 4 and 5, they were, however, on the back foot, getting 8th with Sergio on day 4 and 12th with Valtteri on day 5, which were the bottom positions. With the team now using Ferrari engines, it is going to be interesting to see how they will perform. Now with the elephant in the room, Williams did not show up for testing. After having a spectacular 2025 season, it was a shock to see this happen. The team stated that the car could not pass the FIA crash test, and when they did, the car was 20 to 30 kilograms overweight. There is good news, however, as the team has stated that the car is ready for Bahrain testing. With all this wrapped up, here are my final takes. I believe, as many others do, that Mercedes have created a very well-designed car and could show top-of-the-line performance as they did during 2014. I feel as though Ferrari has made marginal improvement compared to 2025 and could be a threat that people may not see coming. My take on the weakest team is surprisingly Audi. I feel as though they have made such a drastic change and that the team may struggle after a much better season their former team Sauber had. I feel as though Aston Martin has the most potential out of all the teams on the grid. With Adrian Newey on the team, if they could figure out their fuel, engine, and aerodynamics, I think the team can truly push beyond the other teams. However, it may take some time for this to happen. With all this said and done, this was my take on the 2026 Formula 1 teams and cars. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. 2026 is set to what seems to be an exciting and fun season. Please keep in mind that this testing session does not show the team's full performance and my take could be completely wrong.